Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. Good morning, everybody. It's July the 25th of the Duck Adventure, and I'm inside right now because the ducks just saw me walking by the door in the house, and they just came all running up this end of the pen, and they're going nuts. So it was funny because I went over, I hit the coffee machine, I look up, and they saw me, and they just started coming up. They're like dogs. Anyways, let's go out and let the ducks out. Come on, Doug. Come on. Come on, Doug. Come on. Come on, Doug. Let's go. Out you go. Doug doesn't want to go out. Come on. Let's go. Dougie. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Doug. Let's go. Come on. Doug. Come on. Let's go. He won't. He absolutely hates the morning. He thinks he's going to get electrical shock. Poor guy. Like I said yesterday, you know, later in the afternoon or later in the morning, like after my coffee, he comes out, thinks everything's all right. But oh, we're gonna have a good rush this morning. They're all at this end. Look at them all. Look at this. Hello, doggies. Everybody's at this end. All right. Well, let's try to do this so the dog doesn't get electrocuted. All right, Doug, you gotta stay away from the fence. No, Dougie. No, you stay away from the fence. Here. All right, Doug, you don't need to be in here. Okay, stop. Stay. Doug, stay. Doug, stay. Oh, that was better. Well, it wasn't the best, but look at this dog. He's just so excited about ducks. I don't know, he's got a one-track mind. All right, Doug. Let's let everybody out. And then there's the stragglers at the end. Now, last night I came out here at, I think it was about 9:30, and I actually filled the feeders up again. I brought another bag of feed over. I couldn't believe it, and I had to top up the water. So, oh, there's the dehydration duck. There she is. She's still going. She's a little unsure of herself, but she's eating and she's drinking. Poor little thing. She doesn't know what she wants to do. Come outside, Darky. Her friends had to give her a little bit of a push. She's actually a really cute little duck. God, she's small. I wonder if that's midget duck. I don't know. Midget duck sort of disappeared down to the flock. I haven't found them, but this poor little girl, she had a hard go there. Doug rescued her. But that's definitely her. Well, everybody's scattered the yard. So today we've got a big day on the Duck Adventure. Well, then again, what isn't a big day here? 4 things are happening today. I got a big announcement for everybody later in the episode. You're gonna all the hardcore fans are gonna love this announcement. And the other 3 things is I got to kill 3 Muscovies today. They have to go. I got to call 3 drakes. I've got no choice. As soon as I get the water station, the float system put in, and since I got the plumbing, all the hard stuff done, that's done. I got to set up a butchering station. And more than likely I'm gonna have to hunt the Muscovies because you can't catch them in the flock. I'm gonna try with the net, but it's not looking good. They're causing like so much panic in the flock. I'm really not liking this today. I'm not liking it at all. But last night they hurt another duck, and I'll show you. She's I had to put her in here with the duck with the babies. Where is she? Where did she go? She's in here somewhere. I had to put one in here. I found her down by the edge of the swamp, and she could barely walk. There, she might be inside. I don't see her out here. Yeah, I don't see her at all, actually. Let's go inside. Maybe she's inside filling her face. I actually had to carry her up from down there. I found her down there underneath the hedge. Went up to her. She wouldn't move. So then I picked her up, and she couldn't even walk. She was so she's in here. I put her in here. Where is she? Where are you? Are you in here? Well, there's no food in the feeders in here though. Holy mackerel! Okay, that's bizarre. She's not even in here. She's got to be hidden outside, buried. I don't believe that. They wolfed down their food last night. Alright, I gotta get these guys fed. I'll find her later on here and I'll show you. Poor little thing. Like I said, the Muscovy drakes are causing, it's them. Because another thing I noticed last night, well, first of all, egg production is like dropped right off. It's like yesterday we got 11 eggs. And they're not going in the nesting shed. And I couldn't figure it out, why would they all of a sudden stop? Because it's the one place they can go and get away from the flock, because the flock doesn't hang around in the nesting shed. Well, last night when I was in the pen last night, there just at dark there when I loaded up the feeders and the water, there was Muscovies, 2 drakes in the nesting shed waiting for females to come in. They were in there, and there wasn't a single female in the nesting shed. Just 2 drakes sitting in there. So they're pouncing. They're pouncing the females. They're causing a serious problem. And then I went at the other end of the pen, where the stone is, right at the gate. All the ducks were at the far end of the pen, and there was the other 2 drakes were at the near the gate, and they had that whole end of the pen. There was no other ducks, and they were like they just kept everybody away, or not everybody. They kept everybody away by their presence because they're raping everybody. So I figure it's 1 Muscovy male only, and the other 3 have got to go. So today I got to butcher them. I gotta kill the little buggers, and then I gotta I'm gonna skin them, and I'm gonna grind them in the burger today. So that's my my side curveball I got today that I have to deal with, because every day we've had a hurt duck this week. So the last 3 days we've had 3 hurt ducks. So it's got to be dealt with today. So I'm gonna take care of these guys, and if I find her, I'll turn the camera back on and I'll show you the poor little girl I rescued last night. All right, the Muscovies are already at it. I got one in the pen here, and it was doing the hissing, the pre-hiss before they start fighting. It was just coming around the corner, but Doug went in the doorway there and he turned back. These guys are getting really aggressive. So I got work today. And I'm here by myself today too, so it's like this is going to be a job and a half taking these guys out. Oh, we got a little bit of a dash. I think we're running across the yard. Unless we got a big raven back in again. Usually they're the ones telling me. I don't see anything in the sky. Yeah, I don't see anything in the sky, so. Alright, I'm gonna do my chores here. These Muscovies, oh man, they had to turn nasty here, and oh, there she is. I just found the little girl I saved last night. She's sleeping. She needs a rest. Poor little thing. There she is. And she's so small. She's just a little duck too. And her legs were screwed. She couldn't walk. Oh. Poor little thing. The little ducks, look at that little thing. Some of the ducks in this batch are not growing. I don't know what it is. And it's like they got lots of food. Oh, this is a Muscovy. They got lots of food. I don't understand. Some of them are just like midget little ducklings. And it's a nice cold morning too. It's like at 8 degrees this morning, and all the little ducklings are outside. So it. Oh, there's some food left this morning. I guess coming in last night and topping up the feeders made a difference. They had something to eat all night. So I'm gonna get the water done here. Yeah, the Muscovy drake problem is definitely a problem. They're everywhere there's a Muscovy drake, all the ducks are staying away from them. So like, and they're one Doug just actually intercepted another one. This guy here, he was chasing a Peking, and Doug got in between. Actually, you can see him walking away. That's because Doug's to the right of me. These guys are gotten real nasty here with the flock. I don't know if they just think there's so much easy picking. But look at these lazy ducks. You know, they wanted out so bad. You know, they were going crazy, quacking there this morning, and rushing at the gate, and pummeling their fellow ducks. And they're all having a little snooze here. Morning nap. I got news for you. It's only 6:30. Some of them are a little bit active. Oh, I gotta get the water done. Oh, by the way, the water on the what a difference. The two little kiddie pools had over half an inch of mud in the bottom, and you can see where they were drilling all around, and so they're washing their bills out in the kiddie pools. But the big kiddie pool that's on the patio stones had nothing in the bottom. It was just a milky color. You could still see through the water to the bottom. There's only about an inch of water, but there was no mud on the bottom. So the patio stones underneath is going to make it a lot easier to keep the water clean. And today, once I get the float on, I'm not going to have to worry about water anymore, unless we have a power outage, and then we're all screwed here. But I'll get the old generator running. But they little ducks, look at them. This is their morning rush. But they're doing a great job of keeping the lawn trimmed. I haven't cut the lawn in, I'm trying to think, I think it's 16 days. 16 days or 14 days. I gave it a cut there just before I released them, and they have kept it trimmed. Alright, I'm going to go and take care of Matt now. I'm going to have a coffee and have my breakfast. And then I'm going to come out here and get the watering station done. Plus I got to go work on my announcement for you guys. And do the dreaded Muscovy call today. Oh, I didn't count on that. That's a curveball I didn't count on. Well, I totally forgot that I had to go to town again today. I'm so sick of it. I'm glad it's the weekend now. I'm not going to town. I might have to go Tuesday. I'm hoping not. I missed the courier yesterday with my replacement electric motor for the boat, and warranty, made in China stuff. Anyways, let's not go there. But at least this company was out of Montreal, and they were unbelievable service. Actually, I'll put a link to them underneath the video. This company, I bought this electric motor last fall, and from them, and it was, first of all, it was half price compared to like a Minn Kota brand, and it's called Sunlex, and it's all used all over Asia. They're big in Asia, but not much in North America. But it worked great, and then it just died on me. And I called the guy up, and I emailed him, and I couldn't believe the service. He phoned me back, and it was like, he walked me through some tests, took it apart, discovered that it wasn't a switch, and he just said, no problem, I'll send you a new one. I got a brand new one. He sends to me like a whole brand new unit again, and he said, just put the old one in the box and send it right back to me. So I was at the courier company office, the depot in town, and I just cut the box open, did a swap, sent it back to him. Great company. I highly recommend them if you as far as no hassle warranty.
Actually, I've never had anything that I've ever bought online on eBay from a company with that little hassle. It was unbelievable, the warranty. I have to say, bar none, outstanding service. But the fact that it died. But he couldn't figure out why it died because he sells, he was telling me he sells literally thousands of them, of these units to outfitters, and he's never had one die so fast. And that's why he wanted it back right away. He didn't want to screw around. He wanted to see exactly what was wrong with it. And to send me another one, I could have just screwed him over, and I didn't, which I'm not that kind of guy. But outstanding service. But I'm back, and I come back, and guess where all the ducks are? In the pen. So if I'm not at home in the yard with them, they go in the pen. That's the only thing I could think of. And it's like, look, now they're coming out. See, I'm home. Doug and I are home. Look at this. Now they're coming out. But I left, and they were all in the yard when I left. And Doug and I left, and we come back, and here they're coming out. Now that we're home. Yes, it's safe to come out now. Your protector's home. Unbelievable. I would have never ever thought that a flock of ducks would be this Klingon like this. I've been home maybe 6 minutes, and now that they know I'm home, and more, actually they're all waking up and they're all coming out. That's crazy. I've never seen it, but look at the geese. They're so good looking. I got no glasses on here, so I'm filming in Braille here. Oh, I can't wait for those geese to be full grown. Next year it'll be so cool having these guys. I don't know if there's 6 or 7. I've lost count. But, yeah, look at them. They're all waking up. Everybody's waking up. They're all sleeping in the pen. Look at them down there. Unbelievable. They're like little dogs. Actually, they're just like Doug. Right, Doug? Oh, Doug was a hit in town today. Everywhere I went, they saw Doug and they were drawn to him like flies to flies to poop. As soon as they saw him, everybody just goes freaky over him. They think he's unbelievable. He's so good in the truck. And considering he was terrified of the truck when I first got him, absolutely, he wouldn't get in. I remember the first 3 times I actually had to drag him into the back of the truck, and it was brutal getting them into the truck. Now I can't keep him out of the truck. But the ducks are coming out because I'm home. Anyways, I've got to, and I'm not going to get time today. By the time I get the water, I got to get the water station set up, get that off my list. But tomorrow is definitely, there's Doug. He's something about the Muscovies. He doesn't like the drakes. I don't know if he just senses that they're mean, but tomorrow's the day. I got to sharpen my knives all up too. I forgot about that. I haven't sharpened my knives in a while, and I don't like working with dull knives. Actually, the best way to cut yourself is work with a dull knife. The best way not to cut yourself is work with an absolutely dangerously sharp knife. Believe it or not, it's sort of crazy, but that's the way it works. But I totally forgot, once again, another job. I've got to clean out the duckling kiddie pool here, because I cleaned it out yesterday, and it is filthy. And they are dropping lots of poop. Hello ducks, I'm come to clean your poop up. Oh yeah, unbelievable, look at that. And I just cleaned that yesterday afternoon, and actually they're out of food, so I've timed it perfect. So I'm going to take everything out of here and get the wheelbarrow in here and put my big rubber gloves on, which I found is the best way to do this. And I'm going to clean it out and give them all new straw. And then I'm going to go work on the watering station, because that's top priority. Actually, I'm doing 2 watering stations. One, now that I've got plumbing in the pen, I can run some garden hoses. I got some ideas I came up with in town when I was working away, and I stopped at the feed store and grabbed another float just in case my idea works. And I'll give you a shot of what I'm up to today. I just want to give you a shot here. Doug and I came in here, and as soon as Doug came in, they all stood to attention. They just stood up and started stretching their necks looking. And the flies are just starting in here. I got a hunch, I think probably maybe 2 more days, and I'm going to have to clean the whole barn out. Because the flies have just started, but the flies right now are all hovering inside the kiddie pool. So, yeah, see, Doug comes in and they get all their necks all stretched out. Dougie, your ducklings are looking for you. All right, I'm gonna get working here so I can get on with, or at least get part of my chores or my list of work done today. Okay, this is less than 10 minutes without water. Look at that. 10 minutes is all it takes me to clean out a pool. Same here. This one maybe 15 minutes tops. And they're just swarming the water. Like, this is, just to give you how important water is to ducks. If they didn't have water, it's it'd be catastrophic to their health. Which I've already read about that many times in many different articles. Without water, they're not like chickens. They can go longer than a duck without water. Like that poor little dehydration duck, which she's still hanging on. She's eating and she's drinking. So, but imagine what she went through. Over 24 hours in that bacon shed, not getting water, and these little guys. It's been 15 minutes, and this is what the excitement level is over water. So, but they've got a nice clean straw again. They're set up for the day till tomorrow. That's the problem. Is the next probably the next. I figure probably Tuesday next week they'll be coming out of here. I gotta come up with something. I'm gonna give them part of the barn. I might end up doing that section off of part of the barn, set something up again, and so they have a little more room. So they get a little bigger. They've got to get a couple weeks old before we introduce them to the outside. Oh man. Just look at the pile on top of each other trying to get the water here. Like, they're so cute. You put the camera in and they go right to it. Little ducklings. Oh, you guys. Alright, I'm gonna go and just double check the water outside. Oh, Dougie, he's intercepting here. They were into the food. All the drakes, or all the ruined females here, the adults, they were stretching their necks into the food, and Doug saw it and got up real quick to get them away. I don't know how that dog knows. Oh, Muscovies. Oh no, they're females. I thought they were drakes. Doug was checking them out here. Tomorrow's a big day. I'm going to sharpen the knives up tonight and get everything ready. Might do a little setup today, get the table set up and get everything ready because it's a pain, doing a duck like this, 3 of them. I do see how tomorrow goes. But I've got to do it. I got to do it. This is the last day that those 3 drakes can be on this earth. They're causing too much damage. They're causing stress in the flock. They're causing stress in the females. There's egg layings off. They're like, they remind me of is my Muscovy drakes have turned into roosters. That's exactly what it's like. They, like the roosters, what they did last year, how they got into the flock and they just hunted the females. That's exactly what the Muscovy drakes are doing now. And and I know the only way to stop it is to get rid of 3 of them, so that it's 1 drake to 9 females, and he's got enough action to keep him happy, and and it's still keep the eggs. They'll still be fertile. If I want to hatch, or just to have them around for next year, but I can't have 3 drakes, all these young females, because I'm having deja vu. It's exactly like the roosters last year, and I'm in the same predicament. I can't catch them because of the way the flock is. I can't go in and catch them because it causes a stampede, and and a lot of you guys, I know you're going to say, oh Matt, you can't hunt your ducks. In this situation, this is a it's not clear cut in the forest like a normal cull would be in the fall. This is selective cutting, and I've got to pick them off, and I'll get the little 22, and I got to do the headshots, and I got to take them out one at a time, because if I go into the pen and try to catch them with the net, I'm going to have a stampede. And because I've got so many young ducks, that they'll get a trample happening. And what'll happen is I'll get a whole bunch of hurt ducks. And I know it. I've been around ducks enough in the last year. I've seen how they freak out, when you start chasing them. And there are the golden rule with ducks: don't crowd them and don't rush them. And unfortunately, the Muscovy drakes have got to be hunted, and I've got to pick the 3 out that I want to hunt, and I've got to pick them off. I got no choice. I try the net. I get the net out. What happens? I tried yesterday with the net just to catch them, to take them to the lake. As soon as I got the net out, they start running, and then they start running through the flock. And as soon as they start running through the flock, the whole flock starts panicking, and then they start trampling on top of each other. So For the safety of the flock, I've got to do it. I got no choice. But it'll be good, clean headshots. I'm not going to screw around. I respect them too much, and you know, they'll be instantly dead. So, unfortunately, that's just the way it has to happen. I got no choice. There is no other way of doing it, you know, without freaking the whole flock out. And I don't want to freak the flock out. That's the last thing I want to do. The whole idea is not to hurt my ducks, so, and not to cause any more damage than other than what they're doing right now. So. But I'm going to go in and check the water situation in the pen, see how the ducks are doing. Then I'm going to put my work boots on. I'm going to the garage and I'm going to build up, going to set up the float system for the new watering station in the pen. I can't believe the ducks. They're it's like when I'm not home, you know, they just hang around here in the pen. That's silly. Oh, there's the dehydration duck. She's a little bit screwed up, you know, but she's alive and she is eating and she is drinking water. Poor little thing. Oh, Dougie. Oh, she's not too fond of her Doug smelling her today. Alright, what's going on here, guys? You guys gotta be at the lake. This is stupid to be in the bathtub. But this idea that I got here, putting the patio stones down, what a difference. Because look at this. This water I changed this water completely this morning, so it was clean. It's black mud water now. And this is last night's water that I just topped up, but I never rinsed it out. And you can actually see it's more of a milky brown color. So because they can't drill around it and fill their bills with mud, the water stays cleaner. So when I get that's my project right now, is I'm going to build another grate with a float system on it, and I'm going to run the whole garden hose, and we're going to get it so it's automated water, so I don't have to worry about it. So I can get rid of these two smaller stations that generate all the mud, and we can get the pan a little drier. And then I'm also I'm going to take one of these watering stations and I'm going to put it over there, because now that I've got another water source, another tap here, I can put a Y on it, and I'm going to run a garden hose over to there, and I'm going to have the hose there, or the kiddie pool there, on a float system too. So to get it down here at this end of the property, get them out of my lawn. They're destroying the yard up there. And I'm hoping next week we're going to get them to the lake. That's my, I got to hope I'm going to get everything caught up this week. Killing the Muscovies tomorrow is going to put me a bit behind, but you know, it's a big job doing it by yourself. You know, taking care of them, cleaning them, and butchering them, and then and then processing them. I got to burger them all, and you know, it's going to take probably about 4 or 5 hours to do it up. So pain in the buns. But look at these little guys. They're relaxed. Just piled on top of each other. And then there's the one that was last night that I rescued that was hurt. She couldn't even walk last night. Today she's looking a little better. She's standing up. So, but I'm going to leave her in here with the young ones just for another day until I get rid of the drakes. Those Muscovy drakes. And actually I might even put the dehydration duck in here too. I'm going to just anybody that's got any kind of physical impairment that would slow them down from getting away from the drakes, I got to take care of. That's my responsibility until I can get rid of those drakes. That's the bottom line. Because right now, believe it or not, the Muscovy drakes are sitting, they're hunting right now for females. It's unbelievable. It's just like roosters last year, identical to the rooster situation last year. So, and we know what happened to those roosters. So, same thing's gonna happen to the Muscovies. Unfortunately, it's just I wish they would stop. You know, they were so good, but I think it's just because there's so much young females and they can't control themselves. Doesn't really make any sense. So, all right, I'm gonna just top up the water here, and then, like I said, I'm gonna change, put my boots on. I'm gonna go and build a watering station. Okay, Doug was just down in the swamp. He's come back, but the ducks are following Doug back. There's a bunch of them down there. It's bizarre that they're following him back now, though. I just don't understand why they don't go to the creek. I think it's I got to force them. I think I got to get down there with the canoe and. Oh, sorry about that. Doug is beside me now. That was quick. He was right down there. I couldn't even get the camera fast enough, but for some reason they're following Doug back. But then again, you know, all it takes is one to start the duck train, and you know, they just, all of them just end up following the leader. But there is a wind blowing in, there is a storm coming, so who knows, maybe the ducks know something I don't. I can't wait to see 700 ducks coming in a line like that. It's going to be so neat. Soon. Oh, the little ducks. But Doug, for some reason, he was down there, and he decided to come back, and they followed him. All right, I'm gonna go start the watering station that I'm building with the floats. The drakes were just challenging each other, but then Doug came around the corner and they broke it off. I just can't believe how when Doug's around, they don't screw around. But when Doug wasn't on this side of the property, they were like, I saw the Muscovy going back and forth, rocking his neck, had his top of his head all extended. He was, you know, getting into the mood. Doug came around the corner behind me, and boom, they stopped. These guys are nasty. They're getting really mean now. But they're maturing, so, you know, that's this Mother Nature. Such a big duck. I wonder what duck burger are going to taste like. Gonna find out real soon here. I'm just coming into the pen here to get a visual of the old watering station, and before I start making the new one. And I got a good chance here to get you a good shot of a Dalmatian duck. Now this is not the one that's jet black. Doug just went in the pen here and sort of got the duck screwed up. I just wonder where the other guy is. I haven't seen the other one that's jet black. Here, we'll take a look. Let's look at the little pigs. They sit down to eat, lay down on their bellies and just fill up. Oh, you guys are pigs. Doug, he wants me to pet him. Oh, Doug, you're such a clean off. I know, ducks. Doug keeps pushing into me here. He's jealous of the ducks. That's the bottom line. He thinks that I should only pay attention to him. Oh, look at our goose. He's doing a little yoga over there. The sun's out right now, so the temperature's actually gotten a little bit warm. Alright, I don't see the other Dalmatian duck anywhere. It's around here somewhere. Yeah, I don't see it. I came down here because I wanted to see how I made this. I forgot the bends on it and what I did on the cutting, so I've got to make another one here for the float. So, and of course Doug's in here helping me. Doug's really dirty. Went down to the swamp and got just filthy. And he's rubbing against me. He's covered in mud. I'm getting covered in mud because of him. But everybody's really relaxed today. Lazy. And it's not even, well, it's warm, but it's not really warm. But oh, look at, there's the Chinese goose. I haven't seen him today. He's really getting his colors now. More and more, and he's getting bigger. I don't know why they're in the pen today. Actually, all the geese are down here. Yeah, they just lay there and shoot the poop out their rear ends. You guys are going to the lake next week for sure. Doug and I are going to get you down there. Hell or high water. That's for sure. I got to get them down there. I want to see these ducks on the lake. I got to get them on the water. I'm getting sick of them in the yard. It'll be way more fun at the lake. So, and now that I've got my my electric motor back and it's running, There's, but then again, the canoe is what I really like using in the lake because it's easier. But if I'm filming with Doug, I'm going to take the aluminum boat because Doug, he's a little iffy on the boating situation. I can handle him in the aluminum boat, but the canoe, he keeps thinking that you can just go from side to side, and it's a little too dangerous. So, unless I want to go it, Doug. Okay, he's just pushing me here. Oh, what a dog! All right, I gotta get to work here. Okay, look at that. Muscovy's trying to rape, and look at that. Doug went right down there and broke it up. I wish the garden wouldn't have been in the way there. You would have saw it. You got a better shot. Okay, he's looking at me for approval here. But Doug was up here. We were walking over to the garage to get the tools, and it started, and Doug was like, bang. And you know that he's not interested in the female at all. I was having a pee. But that's what he does when the rape starts. Doug just goes like he doesn't like the sound of the females, distressed. So now he's looking for the drake. Oh, come on, Doug. That was a good dog. Oh, you're such a good dog. Oh, yes. Oh, Doug. That was amazing. I wish I would have got that without the garden in the way. You could have seen it a little better. But I was walking over here and I heard the squawk and I looked and I saw the Muscovy chasing him and I thought, okay, turn the camera on quick. And I said absolutely nothing to Doug. I didn't point, nothing. I was absolutely neutral. And Doug just took it upon himself and went down there and did his job. So I think if it was a predator, same thing. Well, I already know because when the fox came in, he already chased the fox off and saved that one attack victim. So. But and the Muscovy, I'm looking right now and nothing's happening. See, the problem is that there's 2 Muscovies that have taken over the 9 females, and then there's 2 Muscovies that are hunting the other females. But even those 2 that have the 9 females, they fight. So it's like I'm done. I got to get down to 1, and tomorrow's the day. I got to sharpen knives tonight. So. Oh yes, and as far as my special announcement, I'm really sorry for getting you all excited. I'm not going to make it today. I'm way behind, but I got to get caught up. A little bit of a curveball today on the announcement, but I'm gonna. It's good. It's a good one. It's all about the duck adventure, and you're gonna. It's something I'm gonna give back to you guys, and you're gonna help me at the same time. Well, like everything on the duck adventure, always takes longer. So, I've got the water float set up. I have some jimmy rigging, but I got it. It had to do some figuring. Because of I wanted the float to give us the water at the right height. So basically the water's going to come right to here. It's 3.5 inches from the bracket. I had to do some figuring. Sorry about that bad camera. So the float, what I've done is I mounted a piece of cedar. I didn't use pressure treated because I don't want pressure treated wood near their drinking water. So this is just eastern cedar, natural, untreated. Man, it's probably organic. Well, actually it is because it came from probably a swamp like mine. So, and I just use galvanized strapping to hold it in place, and then these 2 at the top are to stop it from sliding down because I need it to keep the right height. I used the bolts that came with it, and I just added a nut on the inside there to lock it. And it's rigid because I was going to hang it with chain, and I actually had the right length of chain to hang it from here down, but the problem was I thought, no, the ducks are going to move this thing. They're going to bang around, and so I had to make it so it was rigid. And this way, it's part of the racking. Now this is slightly, this 2x4 is just a slight crack above the swimming pool, so that it's not going to hit here, but yet it's still in the right place. So, anyways, it looks pretty solid. Now what I've done is I had some connectors, some brass connectors. I don't want to show you guys something. Look at this. I can't believe this. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm going to try to get in the light here. This is something that's really, it's just bizarre. Look what it says. Made in USA. Those are old. I found these in my garage. I've got a whole box of them. Though that's they're 25 years old. Brass, made in USA. Unbelievable. The new ones, I was just in the store looking at them, and I thought, I'm going to go home and check first. What is it? Made in China. So these are good old ones. They're and that's even a Gilmore made in USA valve. And that's going to go on the end of the garden hose. Now I've made it so that it's a quick connect. I can turn the hose off, so I can take it apart when I want to clean it. There's no screwing around. So I'm going to take it down to the pen now, and I'm going to go. I've got an old garden hose I'm going to grab. I think it's going to work perfect. I think it's going to be easy to clean. Like I said, I'm going to be able to take the grate off of it, move it, and it's metal. And oh yeah, and the float. You're not going to believe this. This whole thing is made in North America. This is actually this float box made in Canada. Unbelievable. The other one, which was a Rubbermaid one, it was plastic, made in China. We know about China. We try not to use that now anymore. So that whole float system there, made in North America. Assembled in my garage. So maybe it'll work, eh? All right, let's go down to the pen and see if it does work. All right, it's the time of reckoning here. I don't know, 2.5 days of screwing around with this. Anyways, okay, so here's how the whole system's going to work. I put another valve on the water line here, so I've got my big main line here for the hose for doing whatever I got to do, washing out, filling the tub. This one here is going to be for my float system. There's two here. I put a splitter on it, another made in USA Gilmore splitter. This is going to go to the other kiddie pool that's going to be actually over there. But right now we're focusing on this one. So I've got just some cheap garden hose. I bought this stuff. Learn my lesson. Don't buy this stuff if you're using it all the time. It's absolutely the most horrible garden hose there is. But I had it in my garage or my barn, and I used to buy that before you bought good rubber ones. But so I just used baler twine, tied it to the drain pipe all the way down here, and it goes down all the way to here. I got it so it loops up onto the pole and goes in here to the float system. So we're going to turn it on and we're going to see if it works. Now I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to turn it on, and then what I'm going to do here is we're not going to sit and watch it fill because it's only 12.5 liters a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the big hose, I'm going to fill it up, and I'm going to stop, and we're going to see if the float works and shuts off where it's supposed to shut off. So here we go. All right, I filled it with the big hose because I have no time to waste here tonight. I got to still do my chores, but it looks like it's well, it does hit. It does actually not hit, but it does hit, I should say. Holy mackerel, you guys are loud tonight. The ducks are really letting me know. I don't know if there's the approval here or what, but I'm just going to get down and see if I can hear it. Yeah, it's still running. Okay, so I'm going to let it run. I got to go do chores, and we'll see what happens. It should shut off. It technically, well, I measured it, so it's supposed to shut off right here. This is where it's supposed to shut off. That's the lip I had it to go to. It's right there. So we'll see what happens. I didn't come right up to the top of the pool because I didn't want it to overflow. So we'll see if this works. It should work, you know. I tested it, I tested it in a pail, and I measured. I double measured, and my measurements are all right. So we'll have to see how it works here. But I'm gonna go do my chores. I've still got to feed the ducks. Got to get the little piggies fed, and I got to go and check on the little ones, and then I have to eat yet. I haven't. I've eaten breakfast, and that was it today. So I've got to get some food into me here. I'm starting to feel weak. Oh, and look at that Mo. And Doug's in here, so he can't do anything. He's not going to notice. But Mo's hunting a ruin. We got to get this tomorrow. Tomorrow's the big day. I built 2 of these. I don't have time to set up the second one tonight. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll set it up over there. I'm going to take the weed whacker and trim an area down and get a good flat area as close as I can. Maybe even on the other side of the bush there. And that's where the second one's going to be of this design. So it's down there. I'm getting rid of the one up in the lawn because they're destroying the yard. They're drilling too much. Well, actually, this is what they're doing to the yard. I'll show you. This is, imagine 380 ducks doing that in your yard. That's what they're doing. So I gotta move the water. It's all right if they're free ranging around the yard. But if there's water, it makes the ground soft. Look out, they're drilling. So I got to get rid of the water up there. Plus, I want to get them working down this direction too. So now that I've got water down here and I've got the float system, I can set it all up so that it's a lot less work for Matt. So because Matt's getting really sick of doing water. So, but it looks like it's going to work. This is the answer. I think this is it. Look, The mess is going to be there, and even if the float stuck on and it ran continuously, all the water would run out of the pen because I've got it slanted that way. So it's you know, I'm not going to have it where it could accidentally create a mud mess. So we'll, but tonight, just for tonight, for safety's sake, I'm going to leave these two in here tonight. I'm going to change the water in them, but I'm taking them out tomorrow. If this works tonight. If it works, I wake up tomorrow morning and it's still full of water and everything's good, the other water is going. This will be the only source of water in the pen. So I gotta go do my chores. Gotta feed the pigs and then I gotta feed me. But we got a lot more duck work to do yet. I got about an hour ahead of me. I was just screwing around with the float before I started my chores, and I just realized that this whole setup is made in North America. I just realized even the kiddie pool is made in the USA. I'll try to give you a shot here. I don't know if it's gonna, if you can see in the water. Made in the USA. So even the kiddie pool, and I know the steel racking was made 20 years ago in Toronto. So it's another Canadian-made product. So that whole water system is made in North America. So the odds are it's going to work. And I'm going to show you why when I did the float system that I had to do it so that it was rigid. The juvenile ruins can get through the 4-inch crack right now. It won't be much longer and they won't be able to get through, but they slither their way through and get inside, and that's what they do. So if I would have made that so that the float was, you know, could be banged around, it would cause problems, but it's a little thing. Oh man, ducks. There's only, I think, about a half a dozen that are doing this, that are slipping through the cracks. The rest of them can't make it through. They try hard, like, you know, they stretch right through. Look at that. And that's very healthy for them to be able to dunk their heads like that, because they get to clean their nostrils out and they don't get any sinus infections in their eyes. That's why their eyes are, if you look at them, like, you know, their eyes are so white. Their faces is because they've got their faces just smashed into the water. So that little ruin. Come on out, girl. Out. Out. Just look at her slither out. Oh man, little ducks. Like I said, there's about I think there's about a half a dozen I've seen, you know, that can do it, that can go in and out of it. So pretty soon they'll be big enough and they won't be able to get it. So and then we got our poor little duck here, which happens to be a really big duck, but she's got angel wing. You know, if she was going to be trying to fly, she'd never fly. But she's what I've read, and from I forget who commented that said about it. That and then I googled it, and I figured out it's from their feed had too much protein. So the chick starter that I had on them, there was too much protein, and then I started remembering that the difference between chick starter and duck starter, everything's the same. The niacin content, you know, all the vitamins, the minerals, everything's identical, except the protein is 2% higher on chick starter. And I couldn't figure that out. I thought, okay, why? I think it was like it's 18% compared to 16 type of thing. The duck starter being lower. Now I know why. The higher protein causes angel wings. So people out there, when you're feeding your young ducks, remember that, you know, if you're using chick starter, it's got a little more protein than the ducks need, and you can get things like that. Now, out of all the ducks that I have, that's the first duck that I've ever gotten. Like last year, none of them got angel wing, and this year only one so far that I've seen in the flock. So it's you know, not bad, but it's just to let you know that's why duck starter is the only difference between it and chick starter is 2% less protein. So learn something new every year, or every day here on the Duck Adventure, I should say. I want to show you something here before I save the poor little duck. But I've had 2 ducks die this year this way. And what happens is they flip over, and because their wings are so small, they can't right themselves, and they basically suffocate themselves on their backs. So I'm going to save this guy right now, but it's happened. I've lost ducks. I lost a duck last year that way, and I've lost 2 this year that way, which I don't think I even recorded it. It was just something I found. I was like, oh no, I knew exactly what it was. So, but that's what happens. They flip on their backs, and they because their wings are so small, they can't flip themselves back over. So I'm gonna save this little guy. Okay, Muscovy's at it again. Doug just broke up another one there. I was in the barn and I saw the ruin running. Now Doug's following the Muscovy around. But it was this female right here that when running by, she was getting attacked by the Muscovy. Doug's really on the ball, man. I didn't even notice. But then again, you know, I don't have the hearing he does. He's you know, he's hearing the you know, the stress quacking, and actually that Muscovy's going to try it again, I think. It looks like no. Usually they don't screw around once Doug puts them in their place. Oh, look at that, he's going after the Muscovy again. Look at that, he's just a nice little gallop, eh? Doug! Cool it! Oh, you. He wasn't attacking, he did a quick pass there. Doug. He really doesn't like that Muscovy. I probably didn't even need to yell, because actually it's happening again. These Muscovies are trying to rape another duck, and he's not putting up with it. He really doesn't like it when they get aggressive. Now, let's see what he does here. He's tomorrow. They got to go tomorrow. This is it. I've had enough. And they get the other watering station done, which is I already built it. It's in the garage. I just got to set it up. But we got to get rid of this. This is causing too many problems in the flock. And it's you know, these Muscovies right here. Actually, they're doing it again. They keep going after the females, even with Doug right beside them. They're getting bold. You know, so he doesn't care about the females. It's the drakes. Hey, Doug, I know. Tomorrow we're gonna fix those drakes. They're gonna be burger. It's like they were right with Doug right there. They were still trying to do it. I don't know if they figure that they're a match for Doug, which is very stupid because he basically, well, he wouldn't bite them, but I know he just run right over top of them and pummel them into the ground because I've already watched him do that once. He doesn't open his mouth. He doesn't try to bite them. He just runs them over, and basically he uses his chest like a plow, and he plows them and blow. Actually, when he blew up the when he took the two Muscovies fighting, he hit them absolutely full bore. He was running full speed, and he hit them with their chest, and they literally went flying like bowling pins. It was unbelievable. You know, two 16-pound birds just flying in the air from Doug hitting them with his chest. And they're doing it. They're still going. They're doing. Oh, the Muscovies. Oh, Doug's coming back. I think maybe he thinks they're not going to do anything. Unbelievable. Tomorrow, Muscovies are gone. I absolutely. I got to sharpen the knives tonight. So, all right. So I got my chores done. The little duckies are completely done. I put extra feeders in today. For tonight, I put another tray, so they've got 2 more white trays. So they've got 2 trays of food in there because I noticed that now the food consumption is going up. I was just looking, I'm thinking, you know, I got a hunch by Monday, I've got to split the barn up here so they have more room. It's just more tear up and set down. Tear up or set up. Set up and tear down. I'm getting tired again. So. Alright, I've done my chores. I'm going to go and have a shower and have my supper now.